Hi, welcome to the post-production chapter in this series of wedding film business. Now, in this whole series, like I said earlier on, I'm going to be showing you from pre-production to post-production, everything I'm going through to marketing and everything. I'm going to be showing throughout all of this series. But today, in this chapter, we'll be talking about the first thing in post-production, which is backing up. I'll tell you a story. You know, a friend of mine reached out to me. He's also in the industry, pretty good in the industry, pretty big in the industry as well. And he was talking to me. He said, "Oh, we needed some assistance, and he needed me to help him out with some things." And I was like, "Okay, what do you need from me?" So he told me, and I'm like, "He's sorting out for something. He's sorting out a certain amount of money." And I was like, "Why do you need such an amount of money?" In my head, he's trying to buy a new equipment. But he said no, he's not trying to buy new equipment. He had an issue. He needs to pay back a certain client for refund. And I said, what happened between you guys that you need to refund? He said, well, the client has not requested for the refund, but he's just making preparation if it results to that. So I said, you're not really explaining what's happening. Put me through what's happening. Based on his explanation, I'm paraphrasing now, he was done with the wedding and he was editing while in post-production. I think the hard drive he was editing from, probably it was on Premiere Pro editing, then probably his hand hit the hard drive or something, but the hard drive got disconnected while he was working in Premiere Pro. The drive got disconnected, and that was just it. Funny enough, almost all the wedding he shot that period, 4 weddings, crashed with the hard drive. We got some technicians to work on it, and they were charging over ₦1 million, which is not guaranteed that you're going to get audio videos, but there's a tendency of you to get some. So after deliberating and looking at it, that the $1 million is not even guaranteed that this project will be revived. So all he did was start sorting out money to pay back the clients. When it comes to wedding, it is not the money you're paying back that matters anymore. It is majorly the moment that you've lost. It is not just because you cannot restage a wedding. Do you understand? And I don't know how I was able to resolve it, because I know, but I mean, he's fine now, and everything is fine with him. So that is one of the reasons why we'll be discussing this, which happens to be the first chapter in this project, in this post-production project. The first thing is backing up. For me, 1, 2, 3. These are recent ones, not even my old ones. 4. I have a lot here, but these are the ones I could lay my hands on now. When I'm done shooting, I get home. The first thing I'm doing, even before going to bed that night, even if I get home 1 a.m., it is my business. All right? It's my brand. Because one of the things that helps your brand grow is retaining your clients, in the sense that your clients can come and refer your friends, or they have another project, they will trust you to give you that project again and again and again. Not because you're the best guy in the whole world, that might be part of it, but because they are sure that their project will come out. There's so many people who will do proposed projects, something is happening to it, this one is happening to it. Now, the way I work is very simple. Now, I have HDD, I have SSD. This is prone to crashing, but it's cheaper. It's not as if it just crashes anyhow, but it's cheaper and it's prone to crash. This really crash. This is an SSD. This is SanDisk, by the way. They are not paying me to advertise this, but this is what I use for not back. It's also a form of backup, but it's not like a backup in the old sense. This is my backup. This is 4 terabytes. I have 2 terabytes. I have several terabytes. Just 42 terabyte different ones. Now, this is what I back my footages on. Now, I'll copy from my memory card. I'll back it up here. When I'm ready to start editing, I'll copy out from here and I'll copy into this. So this is going back into the safe. Nothing touches this one. This contains even the rubbish. Even though there's some part I didn't like in the footages that I want to delete, I can back them up inside here. So this is one that goes into my system. All right. So inside of this one is where I will now delete. Oh, this footage, I don't like this footage. Oh, this footage can go. Oh, this footage, I can delete them. But this one contains the raw, everything from audio, recorded separately, interview, everything that was done with in that event that I recorded will be backed up here, and it is kept in a safe somewhere. You can see even the carton that it came with is still in the carton. Everything is still inside. I don't joke with my backup. It's being kept safe. Now, I'm done with my backup, so I've copied it inside here. So this is where I edit from. Now, you can you don't necessarily have to get this one because this is quite expensive. This is just a 480 gig SSD. I can assure you it can buy 2 of this. As this is 4 terabytes. This is 480 gig. Though it was it was written 500 gig, but this 480 gig. This 4 terabytes. This can buy 2 of this. So this is what I use in editing. Although my system has an internal SSD in it, but I do not edit my work from my system. I edit from this. This is like my work, or this is what is connected. It is faster, it's more reliable. The system, there are so many programs on the system. So my advice for you is when you are doing your post-production, get a separate hard drive that whenever you want to edit, you just copy your job from your backup, you copy it inside it, then you put this, then you work from this. So your work folder is going to be here, your Premiere Pro folder is going to be on your system, but the source is going to be from here. Or you can even put everything on here so that even though when you are somewhere else, you can actually plug this into any system and edit wherever you are. So this is light, it is small, but expensive. So this is where basically I edit from. I do not recommend you editing from your system. You know, putting all your jobs on your system. Now, I'm not saying it's not good, but you're putting too much work on the system and it slows down the speed of your system. In my own opinion, I don't know if that is true, but in my own opinion, I've done that before and I'm doing this now, and I think this is more better. It exports faster and it is much more reliable, because even though if you have a backup on your hard drive, this is HDD, they call this one SSD, by the way. So even though you have a backup and you are on your system can as well crash. Let me first get that straight. It could crash due to too much stuffs being open. The one time I experienced my system crashing was my former system. It's an old Dell model. I think I was connected to the internet. My Chrome was open, my Premiere Pro was open. So the RAM was working too much. I think that was when the first time that it crashed. And there was a time my Premiere Pro crashed as well, and I had to re-edit the whole project from beginning again. That's why it is good. So majorly, I save one version, like some of the versions, I save them on my system. Premiere Pro alone does the Premiere Pro, the Premiere Pro file does whatever file you're working does Premiere Pro this thing. Then the major one I'm currently working on is gonna be here, and the source, the videos themselves, they're gonna be here. The post-production project, they're gonna be here. But sometimes I do save some on the system, so that situations whereby even though the system crash, I know I have this one here. This one really crashed, SSD really crashed. If your SSD crashed, 2 things are involved. It's that you were very careless, very careless, extremely careless, because this is very rugged, or you have to arrest your power after your life, or after your business, or after your brand, because it really crashes. So basically, that's all I do for post-production. That's like the first thing I'm doing in my post-production. So I've already backed it up inside my backup hard drive. So now I'm showing you my SSD card now. So in my SSD card, I have it. You can see this wedding. This is their name. I created a folder for it. This is their name. You can see the Premiere Pro project is there. All of the files, the Premiere Pro, everything is sealed up inside the folder, because I created a folder for them. This is their folder. You can see 175 gig. So you can see that inside of it. Their name, the name of the couple, and wedding. So there's another folder for output. This contains audio output at the end of the day when we export everything out. But let's go to the one. So footages. Now, so basically, I created subfolder inside the footages. So the next thing I'm doing is basically, so I create a traditional folder, I create a reception folder, a prep folder, and the after party. So inside of the trad folder, basically I shot with two cameras. I shot with two cameras for this wedding. So this is my own footages. Now inside my own footage, you will see another folder, which is the second person's camera. Do you understand? So even if I want to edit, probably I want to edit just only the trad, I'm going to sync the trad alone and my own my second shooter's camera together, and their audio. You can see the audio for the footage for the entire trad is here. It's about 1 hour 33 minutes. So you can see how everything goes. Now I'll go back again. The reception. I know whenever I'm done with the trad, this is the reception. You can see the reception audio, and this is my second camera, the second shooter's footage as well. Then I'll go back again to the prep. So this prep contains the hotel in the morning, some good shots, you know those things we use for Instagram and things like that. So everything is is in different various folders, as as you want it to look like. Everything's in a folder properly arranged. When I'm looking for certain things, I know where to go. So I know where to go get those footages. Now this is the after party. You can see this is my second shooter footage. This my own footage is here. You can see this contains everything, but my backup is already backed up in an hard drive safe. Everything you're seeing here is what is in my SSD card where I'm going to be editing from. I've created the Premiere Pro folder. I've created the Premiere Pro folder. Can you see it here? And that is just it. So this is the output. Whenever I'm done, for example, let's say I'm done with the trad. This is the trad here. Do you understand? So I just fast forwarded it.
Please, but why are you taking it now?
So, can you see we have two different footages? My second shooter is taking the focus on my second shooter shot. That is me over there on the other side taking that other angle. So basically that's just it. We go to the for example, which other one? Let's go to the after party. You can see. Do you understand? It's just. Here we go. I know where it is. Let's go to the reception. Let's see where's the reception. So this is parents dancing in. So I'm just skipping everything so you can see how everything goes.
Hi, Kemi. Hello, everybody. My name is Karibi. I'm the friend to the bride.
Do you understand? So basically, this is how I create my own project. Folder. It is well arranged. I know when I'm looking for certain things, I know where to go find them. When I look for certain things, I know where to go get them. So basically, on Premiere Pro, when I come open my Premiere Pro, which will be our next topic, how I set up my Premiere Pro and everything from the synchronization of two footages together. That will be our next topic in our next series. Then we get to talk about setting up your Premiere Pro, synchronizing your both footages from both cameras, and the audio, how I synchronize everything together, and while we do the whole prep, editing, event, things like that, and things that make things more interesting for you. So basically that's just it. I hope this series you enjoy this series and it will help your business and how my post-production goes. Thank you guys so much. So that's that for this chapter on post-production. Like I said, you are just starting up. Get an hard drive. For the start, once you back up here, you can copy everything you want to edit and everything on your system. But if you have a little bit more money, get even though you cannot get an SSD, get a separate HDD, all right, with more speed. So this one is going to be for backup, one is going to be for editing. But if you have more money, get SSD instead, so you are safe. Because if you are just using this as a backup and you're putting the whole work on your system, it's going to drag your system, and if that system should crash, you are starting that work from the beginning. At least you still have the job, you're just going to start from the beginning again. But in a situation whereby, which is a better option, is for you to get a backup and a working project hard drive. Either you get another HDD, that will be slow, but it is better off, or you get an SSD, expensive and it is fast. So the ball is in your court. But for a start, I beg of you, back up your project. Thank you.